Hey everybody, welcome to a brand new episode of the Silver Canadians. I'm Scotty V. Now, what I'm here to discuss with you guys is obviously it's a hot topic. It's Spider-Man with Sony and Disney. So I'm here to give you more of my thoughts on this whole situation. Now, as you can see in the title, I think if Sony and Disney do not make a deal, it's gonna cost Sony billions of dollars. Let's be real. As much as I loved Spider-Man Far From Home and all the MCU has done, the MCU realistically doesn't need Spider-Man to survive. But having Spider-Man is an asset to the MCU. Now, if Sony were to completely stop talking with Disney and say, you know what, we want to take him out, we want to put him in our own universe with Venom, Morbius, and all that. First of all, that's a stupid-ass decision. That's my first thing. You made the easiest $1 billion you could ever make. Marvel used all their writers, all their resources to help make Spider-Man Homecoming and Spider-Man Far From Home. So like I said, Sony pulling away from Disney is a big slap in the face because you have to look at both sides. Realistically, Marvel doesn't need Spider-Man in the MCU because look at all the things that they're working. And me as a fan, I want Spider-Man in the MCU. Homecoming and Far From Home, I think, are one of the two better Spider-Man movies. And he's well connected into the universe. He has so much history with Iron Man and the Avengers. It doesn't make sense to pull him out right after the success of Far From Home. That he could be on the run going to San Francisco, and that's where he interacts with Venom. But if you think about it, both sides are gonna lose because Sony's gonna lose $1 billion, flat out. The fans are pretty upset, pretty vocal about that, so they're not gonna go support Sony on their next Spider-Man movie if they decide to do Spider-Man 3 if a deal is not made. And Marvel's going to take a hit as well, Disney, because they have the merchandising right. And if you look at it, before Spider-Man was into the MCU, all of the stuff for Spider-Man was tanking because of the Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2. They were god-awful movies, and everything, even the toys, the clothing, everything started going down, and Disney was starting to lose money. And when they brought Spider-Man to the MCU, everything just shot up. And if Disney doesn't pull it together and make a deal with Sony, they're going to lose a lot of money on the merchandising. And now the thing is, these companies are very money hungry. It's all corporate warfare. And one wants more money, one wants more money. Listen, make a deal because, first of all, you're going to benefit Sony if you watch this. Sony, you're going to make another $1 billion. That's guaranteed with Spider-Man. Sony, Marvel is going to be making a lot more money with the merchandising because it's still connected to the MCU, and they can realistically focus on the Spider-Man character and what they were building. Because if you look at the interviews with Kevin Feige and Tom Holland, it was so scripted, it was not even funny. So I believe they're working on a deal. If they do make a deal, it doesn't have to be a big deal. Maybe they can have the same deal, with just instead of Marvel getting 5%, they can get 10%. So that's what I think they should do, make a deal. So like the Spider-Man stays in the MCU and have Venom and Morbius and all the other stuff connect to the MCU. It'd be great because we're getting Morbius and Blade. Great. So that's it for me for this week, guys. I hope you like this video. Make sure you share and subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Be good.